Hey everybody, welcome back. It's episode 41 of the Common Woman Podcast. Hey.
Whoa!
We got Mel's on the ones and twos.
And I can't fuck this up because I talk so much shit.
What?
I gotta say, so far so good. Because I saw you about to start clapping. I was like, "Whoop, is she gonna forget?"
Okay.
Oh, she got this. She got this. But let me
She's
just
practicing
preface
for like
this.
a half hour before it started.
Yeah, it's not fair because you prepped her.
Yo, you know
and
what?
You told her what to do. You didn't help me out at
You
all.
sound like a straight hater. Stop doing it to
I
yourself.
am hating. I am
Stop doing
hating.
it to
But you know what I'm
yourself.
saying? You didn't have my back. That's all I'm saying. But
Damn,
Guys.
Ooh, you feel that heat?
guys, this is a very special episode for the Common Woman
Here it
crew.
It is.
We are getting ready to pop a bottle. Or
wait.
Mel's gonna try. Oh, okay, that was
It
easy.
wasn't a pop bottle.
It wasn't a pop.
Boo.
It was a pull off.
I can't even make the pop bottle noise.
We don't have that.
Are celebrating. Yes. 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 Guys, we have a special announcement to make. Do you want me to say it? Or are you going to say it?
You could go ahead.
All
I
right,
like
y'all.
the tone in your voice.
I'm so excited and I feel so privileged to announce that Mel's Vital Elements is open for business.
Oh,
Her official
my
website
God.
is up and on the World Wide Web. See, she's working the sound. She's feeling confident. She got her candles, her shea lotion, organic, all handmade. Her candles. Oh,
With
Babe
love.
needs drink too.
I know.
So, yeah, Mel, get
Is
into
it.
it.
Even? We're good.
Get into it.
Is it enough?
Yeah.
Pass that cup. Guys, I don't know. I'm so excited. I was so nervous, like, promoting it. Like, I didn't even want to put it out. I was like, I did all this work, and now I don't want to put
She
it out.
asked like 50 times. She's like, should I do it? Should I do it?
Yeah,
I was so nervous.
And by the way, guys, big up to her because she did her website. She created it all by herself. So when you see that, you see how pretty it is. She did that. So I'm very proud of her. I'm proud of her for she keeps trying to even out our cups. She keeps pouring and pouring.
Cheers.
Cheers. Clink.
Salud.
Salud. Drink break.
Yeah, so I was stressed about it, but you know what?
This
You
is good.
gotta
You're right.
just do it.
Oh man.
You gotta just do it.
I'm super proud of her. You guys have heard her talking about it on the past podcast episodes, how she's been, wanting to come out with her candles. And so now she's doing it. And you know what's crazy? Before she even launched this website, she's been selling stuff. Like she's been making some good sales already. So, and I just want.
Thanks to my friends and coworkers.
And like, I know she's like my best friend and also my podcast co-host, but like, no joke. Her stuff is good. Like her candles smell really, really, really good. She also has like this really beautiful presentation with the floral candles that she makes. You'll see. Go to the website, sign up,
Oh my
add
God,
your email.
someone's looking at it from India.
Yeah, beat that.
From India.
How do you know?
Holy
She has
shit.
monitor set up.
It says it? Oh.
Yeah.
So you get like a little notification every time somebody goes to the website.
Yeah.
That's gonna get annoying real quick. After the
Dope.
500th time, you're like, shut that shit off.
Dope.
Negative. Negative.
You should see her face right now. She looks like terrified.
So I am. It's always that fear of like, is it gonna, is it gonna be good? Are people gonna want to buy it and stuff? So, but
They are, for sure.
I mean, so far I sell. So
It's good quality stuff, man.
Yeah.
So if you see how supple my skin looks right now, I'm wearing the organic shea.
I haven't rolled that out yet. I'm gonna put out the lotion. I wanted to try it on a few different faces first to make sure no one has any reactions and just see that it works for everyone. And so far so good. So that'll probably be the next thing that I put on the website. Then I want to do a soap and I want to do a nice vaginal yoni wash.
Yeah, are you
I'm
do
gonna
like
get that.
men's beard products or something, yo.
Oh, that would be a good idea. Some rose water.
Yo. Word. I use rose water.
Okay.
She's like, I'm a little overwhelmed right now.
So you
It's one
want
thing at a
something
time.
for your beard. You
Rose
got
water,
it.
something fancy.
You could probably put the cream that I have on his
bergamot
beard,
and all
right?
that stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Fancy ass shit.
All
Oh,
right.
okay.
All right. I got bergamot in the house. I
See
got
what I'm
you.
saying?
I will look.
Yeah.
I will look into a formula specifically for you.
All right.
I got you.
We got to support minority-owned business, folks. This is a big achievement and milestone for the Common Woman ladies.
Oh my God! And our website should be up and running soon. This is me putting it on blast so that I can put the flame to her ass.
Yeah. No. It'll be on Monday.
Okay.
When this podcast airs, our website will also be live.
It is so cute.
Wait. We didn't give the website address for yours.
Oh, so the website's melsvitalelements.com.
That's MELSVITAL. Elements.
Thank you. I was like, is she really going to do
Spell
this?
the whole
I'm
thing.
not doing this whole thing.
Y'all know how to spell that.
I made it so that you could look up Mel's Vital Elements and it'll pop up on the Google search. I'm Googleable.
Hey,
I'm Googleable.
She did that SEO.
That shit was work making this website. Oh my God.
Blood, sweat,
And
and tears.
thank you, because I didn't know about connecting all the headache. But anyway. Yay! All right, that's enough.
So yeah, that was the one major announcement, and our other announcement is that we have our official website coming out, and I'm pretty proud of it.
It's so pretty.
Looks pretty.
It's so pretty. It's so fucking pretty. And I had a tan in the picture. Like, I'm so here for
I'm
it.
glad I picked the right picture, because
Yeah.
I heard her in my head. Like, I don't remember
Yo,
this picture.
Windsor Pasty Mal is just not the happiest person that there is. I'm telling you. It just
And
really
it worked
is.
out. We were wearing colors that match the Common Woman colors, so it's cool. So you guys can check us out on Monday when this airs. The website address is thecommonwoman.org, because somebody took the .com already. So we're thecommonwoman.org and melsvitalelements.com. Know what I mean?
Hey.
Thank you in advance for your support.
Yes.
Yeah. So the website just has like blog posts that we're going to be doing that complement the podcast episodes. Eventually we'll have merch coming out. We're going to wait a little while until we get more listeners. So spread the word. Tell a friend, tell a coworker,
Because
tell
you want
someone on the
this
street.
merch. The merch is so cute.
Yeah.
But we're going to also do our part and try to get some more listeners ourselves. But,
Exactly.
you know, the word.
Yeah.
Word is everything.
Yeah. We appreciate all the help and all the support you guys give us. So yeah, here we are at episode 41. What time is it?
What time is it? It's trending topics time.
Well,
I ain't gonna front. It does sound mad sexy.
she got the phone sex voice on heavy. What time is it? Oh man, that was funny. Well, sorry to bring this down on a somber note, but obviously the trending topic for the week was Kobe Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter, and the other tragic, the other people who perished in that tragic helicopter crash. Yo, this messed me up.
9 people total, right?
9 people total. And there was another young person on the plane and her parents.
Yeah.
And I think Altabelli was their last name. And the saddest thing too is that they have other children. They have like 2 other kids.
I mean,
so they got orphaned from this helicopter.
Yeah.
The wife of the other lady was a wife and a mother, so she left behind a husband and kids. Then there's the pilot, and Kobe and his daughter Gianna. It was so sad too, because it's like I'm not a sports person. I don't follow sports. I didn't even know that he had a whole bunch of daughters. But, unfortunately when these tragedies happen, you start finding out so much more about people.
I really didn't know much
Yeah.
about Kobe, because I don't follow like sports and stuff like that. So
I was just so like in awe of how amazing she was at basketball. Like, did you see all those videos?
I did.
I was like, wow, she was just like him. Like, it's crazy. And it's sad because it's like, it seemed like that was going to be his basketball legacy right there with her. So just knowing that like they both died at the same time is really, really heart-wrenching. I can't even imagine how the families who were left behind feel, especially Vanessa Bryant, having to lose her husband and her 13-year-old daughter at the same time with a child who they just had in like July or June or something like that. So she's not even a year old yet.
Oh my God, it's so sad.
Man,
you know, I spoke to a coworker. I found it so interesting because I feel like I was sad when I found out. I said, that's so horrifying, you know, but I don't know sports. I don't know him. I don't have a connection. Yeah. So it's like I felt sad and I thought it was such a horrific situation. But that was it. But I spoke to another coworker and it really hurt him. Like he almost called out of work. He needed like 2 to 3 days to really sit with this. And I was like, I'm just so curious. Like, why does this affect you like this? Like, I'm just curious, as to, and he's like, well, that was he said that was his role model. And he felt like he learned a lot of things through him. Yeah. You know, and I guess things that he's said and accomplishments he's done. And I thought that was so interesting. Yeah. You know, because I was like, oh, I would never, I don't have a celebrity that does that for me. Yeah. So I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, I don't think I do either.
That it affects,
it. But yeah, I've been hearing a lot, especially men, especially black men. I've been seeing a lot taking it very hard. Because like you just mentioned, that's like a prominent figure for them to look up to, you know, like he was one of the like black male celebrities, athletes who was really out there encouraging people and doing a lot of good with his success and his fame and his, you know, dedication to the basketball sport. So, you know, I heard about him all the time, but I didn't really know the extent to what he was doing. So you know, I like to hear about these things, but it's just sad that I didn't know about it before he died. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it's good to know that he left a lasting legacy. And it's interesting to see how everybody, like every race, age range, every gender was really touched by this tragedy. Like it kind of brought the world together for a little bit, which is kind of sad. But good at the same time. But it's like, why does it have to be a tragedy that brings us together and like, you know, forces us to focus on the things that are really important in our lives? But like I'm telling you, I was looking at Babe and I was hugging Inaya and like almost on the verge of tears, like thinking about, oh my God, that's my worst nightmare. Yeah. You know, and that happened to a bunch of people, and it's just, whew. Shout out to anyone who has ever lost a loved one in that way or just lost a loved one like that, because I can't even imagine. Vanessa Bryant came out finally and, well, not finally, but she made a statement thanking everybody for the tremendous amount of support and that they have a fund that they started for the families of the other victims in the plane crash. So, you know, it's amazing that she's even thinking about anybody else. So. It hurts my heart talking about it. All we can do is pray for the families and keep living. Appreciate what we have, appreciate our families and the people that we still have around, you know. Did you hear that there was some stupid comedian that said something like celebrating his death?
Really?
Like, yeah, this comedian guy, Ari Shafir, I believe his name was. He came out saying like, I'm glad he died because he was like a sexual. He got like accused of sexual assault or something. Oh yeah. Wait, what did he say? Like Kobe Bryant. Ago. He said Kobe Bryant died 23 years too late today. He got away with rape because all the Hollywood liberals who attack comedy enjoy rooting for the Lakers more than they dislike rape.
Oh my God.
Big ups to the hero who forgot to gas up his chopper. Wow. I hate the Lakers. What a great day. That's what he said. Wow. So
is that what happened? they went down because they had
No.
No.
They have all kinds of theories.
I don't
for
know what
happened.
happened. So I was like, did that happen?
They have all kinds of
So
theories.
he just
for what
tanked
happened.
his career if he had one.
He did.
Oh
He
my
did. But he
God.
claims his response was that he says bad things whenever someone dies all the time. That's like his MO, and it's just jokes. Bro, you can't make a joke like that for Kobe Bryant. Like, no. When the whole world is practically mourning his death and his daughter died with, no, that's very insensitive.
That was rough.
Yeah. He's wild. But yeah, they said that it could have been that he was flying too
Where was
low.
that heavy speech while he was alive?
Yeah.
Biatch.
People talk a lot of shit when that's what I'm saying.
What? You ain't come for his throat while he was alive.
While he's alive, because he'd have pounded your shit in.
Exactly. People get real bold
Yeah.
when they
That's
know
crazy.
that people can't fight back.
Mm.
Anyway.
I did not help at all this week with trending topics.
I mean, there
I've
really
been
wasn't
treading
much other
water
than that.
with my life.
We are trending topics. The building of this website was trending topics. You know? Oh, very important announcement. Happy birthday to our bestie Jennifer.
Oh, happy birthday, Jen.
We love you. Her birthday is on Sunday, or was on Sunday, because by the time you hear this, it would be yesterday. So we love you. I can't wait to hang out and party. That was a real low-key owl.
Ew.
That's all I got for trending topics, unless you guys have anything. Kobe
I haven't
Bryant
even been
pretty
on
much
social
dominated.
media. Like, I don't know anything happening right
You
now.
haven't looked at the social media?
Not really.
Damn.
I mean, it was a good week to not really be on social media, because I was going down the rabbit hole of like all things Kobe, all stories about Kobe,
Every day,
crying,
all day.
crying my eyes out, listening to everybody's accounts about him and how great of a father he was, and God, it was just heartbreaking, so heartbreaking. Anyway, so this ties into our topic today, where we're talking about balance and self-care, especially during times of grief. You have to make sure that you get that self-care in, because you can go down a spiral, a deep, dark spiral, when you're sad.
I spiraled this week.
Did you know?
My self-care was in the dirt. We're starting anew tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, word. New month, new you? Yeah.
New
Hello?
month, new
Hello? Hold on. You get a...
Okay.
And a... Shit.
Oh, she's feeling herself.
Yo,
isn't
New
she?
month,
She's
new
feeling
you.
herself.
Yes.
Single teen and everything, yo.
Yes.
She over there multitasking.
What?
All right.
All right.
And the winner is Melissa.
I went last on purpose.
So she could learn from our mistakes.
It ain't over yet.
I knew you guys would have fixed it by the time it got to me.
Trial and error,
You got
folks.
two-
Trial and
You
error.
got two techies in one house. Somebody was going to fix that shit.
Oh, man. Let's get to these polls.
Word?
So the first question. You say that all the time. Do you feel like you're... Oh, okay. Hooked on
Damn.
phonics.
Mm.
Do you feel like you have balance in your life? 67% said yes. 33% said no. Oh, all right, y'all.
I don't remember what I answered.
I think you said no.
That's for this week, though. I'm normally very balanced.
Wait, I don't even see you here. But you answered. Oh, here you
I
are.
feel like I answered.
Yeah, you definitely answered. No. Yeah, you said no.
Oh,
You
you
said
didn't
no.
say like unsure or something?
Huh?
No. I didn't have an option for
Oh,
unsure.
okay.
I think I said yes, but then I thought about it more and I was like, nah, no, you're not. There's a lot of things I feel in balance with, but then there's like some other stuff that feels a little unbalanced and that recently came up, and I feel like I kind of need to work through it to get balanced again.
Are we going to be specific or no?
I
don't know
will a little bit more.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because I feel like when you have unresolved issues, feelings, regrets,
Okay.
all kinds of stuff, whatever, trauma, if you don't at least start the journey of dealing with it, acknowledging it, healing, working through it, whatever you need to do, then you're going to feel unbalanced. And I feel a little unbalanced because I'm starting to realize that I kind of went through some trauma when I was younger. And I kind of rationalized it in my head to not be that significant. So I kind of like pushed it down and didn't acknowledge that, okay, some stuff happened to me. I kind of really should look at that and acknowledge that it happened and begin the process of working through it. Because I kind of just was like, okay, well, it's not that bad. It's not as bad as what other people have gone through. So
that's what I do.
Maybe it's not.
That's what
anything.
I do.
It's not anything. I separated myself from other victims. Yeah. Which is kind of weird. But then, like, I'm talking about sexual assault, sexual abuse kind of stuff. So I'm realizing that when I was younger, I had a bunch of, like, it's sad that I had a bunch of instances where people have forced themselves on me. Not like full-on sexual intercourse, but have forced me to do things like kiss them or touch them or whatever. So it was one person in my family that was around the same age as me. So you know how when, like, well, I don't know if anybody knows how when, but like I hope y'all don't know how. I rationalized it to myself because I was like, okay, this person is about the same age as me. So it's not rape or it's not sexual abuse because he's related to me. And it's not my immediate family, guys. So no, my brothers, my dad, everybody's cool. But I was like, I started to see posts from this person and I would get angry and I'd be like, why am I angry? And then I'd think about it and I'm like, oh, this guy did something to me when I was younger. Wow. And he used to try to get my other family members to get involved in it. And thankfully my other family members was like, nah, we not. this ain't the move. So there's that. And then I've had friends and neighbors who did the same thing. Friends of the same sex who would force themselves on me at a very young age too. Like we're like grade school.
How did all of this come up?
I don't know. Oh, because I've done a lot of like volunteer work with a sexual assault hotline. I went to my residency for school and my professor told me that I would work really well with trauma victims. I also did a project with one of my classmates who also told me I would work really well with trauma victims. And I thought about it and I was like, why am I so passionate about trauma and like a specific type of trauma, like sexual assault, sexual abuse? I feel like I have to fight for anyone who's been a victim of it. Like, and I'm like, why am I so passionate? I feel like I would be passionate if it was something that happened to me and I don't want it to happen to anybody else. So I'm like, wait a minute, it did technically. And I think I was having a conversation with you, babe, and I was telling you about my experiences and I was like, yeah, but it's not like, you know, it wasn't like my, you know, an adult who did it. I wasn't like, you know, raped, but something happened. And you were like, yeah, but it's still something like that's significant, you know? So I can't believe I'm talking about this right now. I didn't expect to talk about it. So
let it out.
As I'm talking about it, like I feel this tension in my chest. Like I feel anxious.
Well, you're going to feel so much lighter.
Yeah.
You're going to feel so much lighter.
But it's like, I was just thinking about, like, you guys know I always complain about my anxiety and talk about my anxiety. And I'm like, where does the anxiety come from? I think that's where it came from.
It could be because this program that you're in is so intense and you have to work through, they force you to work through your own shit. Yeah. Because how are you going to help other people if you're not working through your own stuff? So exactly. There's so much that has been coming to the surface for you in this, during this journey. And it's very emotional. Yeah. Yeah. And once it comes up, it's like you're kind of reliving it a little bit. Yeah. Not as intense, but you're still living it.
I am. And the thing that scares me a little bit is that I feel like I have buried it to a point of I don't remember certain things.
Yeah, it's a coping mechanism.
It is. Yeah. It is. It's like they say the psychological immune system. Like that's what you do when something traumatic happens. You kind of like do that to protect yourself. So, God.
Nothing's better though than like just working through it.
Yeah.
Once you actually bring it back to life and just accept, okay, this happened, you know, let me forgive myself for not saying something, you know, let me, you know, for not just anything.
Yeah. And for one time I did tell my mom, and she handled that real quick.
I know she did.
She handled it. But it's, when I look back, I'm just like, oh my God, it was like 4 different people, all
That's
pretty much my peers.
Crazy.
So I'm just like, why were they after me in that way? Like, what was the devil trying to do to me when I was young? Like, it's weird. Anyway.
That innocence. They always try to strip that innocence.
And then, oh God, and then I worry, like, I think about that and I look at Inai and I'm like, please God, I pray so hard, like, don't let anything happen to her to steal her innocence. Like,
No, I know. Always, you know, instill that. You tell me everything. You don't let anyone do any, you know, don't go with this person. Don't let anyone ever touch you. You come to me. You know, you have to just constantly put that in her so she's comfortable and aware.
Yeah. And we were having that talk with her the other day too. And it's like, I feel so bad that I have to tell her these things at the age of 4.
I know.
But it's like, these things,
reality.
this is the reality. These things are happening.
And you can't be scared because that's what happens. You feel, it's too soon.
Yeah.
But no, kids are getting assaulted very, very young.
Yeah.
So
and getting abducted.
It's really not too soon. You have to, unfortunately.
And she's very smart, you know, like
there.
she does listen. And like when I was telling her, I was like, you know, if anybody tries to grab you, you make sure that you scream as loud as you can. And, you know, even if they tell you don't scream, doesn't matter what they say, just scream and scream and scream. And she's like, okay. And then the police will come and take away the bad man. And I'm like, ugh.
It's sad that they have to know this, right?
Yeah, like I didn't even say any of that. And she just knew that. So, I get emotional whenever I think about my mother, my daughter.
I'm grateful she knows that.
Yeah, no,
That's good.
I worry about her, but at the same time, I don't worry about her because she's tough.
Yeah.
She scares me sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I think she'll be all right. But we got to protect our girls and our boys, because unfortunately it happens to young men too, happens to young boys too. And it's harder, I think, sometimes for the young men to speak about it, especially if it's a woman who does it.
Yeah.
Because it's seen as like, oh, you're not supposed to, like, you're supposed to enjoy it, you know? But no, anything that's unwanted is not okay. And it's not your fault. So anyway.
And facing these things is part of your balance and self-care.
Yes.
Like, you have face this.
Yes.
It's ugly. It's going to hurt. Face it. Acknowledge it. Work through it so that you can just get it up and get it out.
Yeah. Yeah. The first part is just acknowledging it, like I just did. I acknowledged it in front of all of you guys. So you just got to acknowledge it. And
your transparency.
Thank you. And then do whatever you got to do to get through it. For some people, therapy will work. For other people, it may be journaling, just talking to a close friend or family member that you trust. Whatever you got to do, write it out, you know, work through it, and you'll be all right. You'll be all right.
Confrontation might work for others too.
Yeah.
Confronting whoever it was that did you wrong.
Whatever
did you wrong.
Yeah. I don't know if I could do that, but you know, that's a good point, because you need closure, you know.
You don't.
For some things, some people need closure.
You have to be able to close it, because you're not gonna get it from someone else.
But either way, that's still closure.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
dealing
Whether
with
you get it from them or you do it yourself, but it's important to get that, you know. I also think that desperation can cause unbalance. Like if you're like feverishly chasing after something without patience, planning, and diligence, you know, like how you just like really want to just get to your goal. Like I know. Because I feel the same way. If you just keep, you know, running without thinking, like there's a lot that goes into planning for what you want to do in terms of like, if you want to have your own business or your career goals or whatever, like there's a lot that goes into it. It doesn't just happen overnight. Like you know, you've been thinking about this and planning for this for a while now, you know,
It's been a little while. I've had so much anxiety. And I'm impatient. I have to constantly get talked off the ledge.
Yeah.
But we're working on positive words.
Yes. Hence the affirmations every week. Unbalance can also happen when there are, we talked about that, unresolved thoughts, feelings, emotions, past relationships. It kind of creates like a confusion in your spirit. Like if you haven't really like what we were just talking about, closure, you know? So if there's something that you're harboring for someone else that you're not, it's not sitting well in your spirit, then you got to deal with that however way. I mean, don't do nothing crazy, but if you got to talk to somebody, talk to them. You know, if you got to forgive somebody, forgive them. Forgiveness is not for you. I mean, for them, it's for you.
Yeah, I always had a problem with that.
You do.
I don't have that. Forgiveness is for me. I don't need to be forgiven. Fuck that. You motherfucker, though. You need to die.
You're funny. We talked about that, though.
Yeah, I can't.
I get it. Especially if they did something really crazy to you. Like, I get it. But it's just to let go of that resentment and bitterness because that will tear away at your life.
I won't be mad about it after I get to do it. Take that motherfucker out. I'll be happy.
You cold, though. You are super cold. I have never seen a more colder person. You are like the warmest and coldest person I've ever met.
Don't poke the bear.
If he loves you, like, the world is yours. But if he can't stand you, God help you. Oh, man. Maybe you feel bad about something you did to somebody.
Nope.
Maybe you need to apologize.
Nope.
If you know you did something to somebody and you didn't apologize, that's going to imbalance you, too.
If I was wrong, then, yeah, you have to apologize. You can't be a total pain.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. But some people are holding on, like, pride. Like, nah, I'm not apologizing.
Nah.
Fuck apologizing. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
You know I'm with you on that.
Maybe you're on the other
Fuck
side
that
of Mel and Babe's hurt. And you need some healing.
You know what's funny is that's the way I work through so much shit. And then I'll get in a new relationship and I'll be like, nah, I wasn't over that. This type of situation. Like certain situations come up or certain conversations happen. And I'm like, no, I thought I worked through that. No, I'm not done.
Oops.
I'm not done with this.
It like haunts you.
I'm still feeling a way about certain things. Like, it's just weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Well, we're all a work in progress. You know what I mean?
Every day.
Everything is an experience and a learning
Back
thing.
really hurts.
Really?
Like, so bad.
I mean, this couch isn't really good for backs.
Hey,
Good
talking about my
Lord.
fine furniture over there.
Once we start getting paid for this, couch is the first thing.
Exactly, yo. You're going to see us living lovely on a nice,
You sound a little more
supple
plush.
couch.
You know what
Some cushions.
I need a nice chair back here, though. Yeah.
Yeah, you sitting on a
That's
plastic
true.
chair. You
I'm
got
in
it
a
worse than
fucking
we
school
do.
chair over here and shit. Like, remember them wooden
That's
chairs?
Anaya's chair.
Broke your ass when you got up off it for like an hour?
You
No.
want Anaya's chair? You got one ass cheek
Yo,
hanging
those
off
are
that
the
shit.
worst. Your butt cheek
I got
goes
a second
numb.
butt crack.
That's funny.
Oh, God. But in talking about, like, unresolved things, like, you could have unresolved stuff going on with people who aren't here anymore, people who've passed on. So it's like, how do you work through that? Maybe you can write something out, write them a letter and express whatever it is that you're holding on to that you never got to tell them, or, you know, just whatever it is that you've wanted to tell them or deal with. Write it out, write it in a letter and, I don't know, put it somewhere.
I always hear write a letter and then burn it.
I was
Write
thinking
it,
that
read
too.
it, and burn it.
Yeah.
I always hear that.
I get funny about
But I live in an
burning stuff.
apartment
I
where
don't
I'm
know.
burning it. I will burn the house down. I'm not burning shit.
You gotta go outside and burn it on the street.
It's just not gonna happen for me. I don't trust it.
I would probably think, like, go to, like, I mean, if they're nearby, go to the graveyard.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
No, thank you.
Why? You
I'm
get
not a
punked
fan
out?
of the
You think they're gonna
graveyard.
come out and
I'm
grab
not
your
either,
leg?
but why am I going? Why do I have to go to the grave?
No,
To their
some
grave,
people
you're
feel
saying,
like to air
and then
it
burn
out.
it on top of their
Yeah.
grave.
Some people feel
Sounds
That's a good
crazy.
idea.
No, this is sounding crazy.
start burning the grass.
This
Blow up the tombstone,
shit all fucked up,
motherfucker.
yo. Why are you? Who hurt you?
Throw an M80 up in there.
Who hurt? Who hurt you?
This got dark real fast. Oh man, whatever works for you, though. You know.
I would think something like that.
But I'm
or
not
a
a-
picture.
Yeah.
Talk
yeah.
to like a picture.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be kind of weird, just like talking in or
Into
just writing.
midair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I
it's
mean,
not-
talking to a picture is not much different, but at least you got a.
but at least you see who you're talking
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
You know.
It's like, where the hell are you? You're arguing with nobody.
But I mean, like, we pray, people pray, and you're not like physically seeing someone there, so it's like the same thing, sort of. I don't know.
God and the person you hate.
It is. He's
No,
just
no.
so
Not the same
extra.
thing.
I'm just like,
Not the same.
So
not
extra.
The same.
curse that picture out.
Yeah.
But y'all
That's what
get the
he's
point.
saying.
Y'all get the point. Whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
Also, being unsure of what you want to do in life can cause an unbalance.
Mm-hmm.
I told my story about how unbalanced I was for several years when Babe and I first got together, because I had no clue what my purpose was. So now
That-
I'm starting to get a glimpse.
That promotion just weighed me down.
Mm-hmm.
What do you
I'm
mean?
locked in for life. I'm a lifer. That's it.
That's it.
Look, we making good money.
I'm
It's all right.
comfortable as fuck.
Yo, y'all
I ain't
got
going
like
too.
12
nowhere.
years in there? Damn.
Yeah, we've been there forever.
I ain't never been in a job that long.
Yeah.
Yo, I was telling Babe, I was like, look, when I become a therapist, I'm probably still going to stay there. I got good benefits. I got good
Yo.
salary. And the
Yeah.
salary that I'm going to start out with, nah.
I'm sad that I was just
Yeah.
thinking to myself, like, I look forward to making 20 years and making another week off
Yo, you got to work 20 years?
to get another week off.
Yeah.
It goes 10
Damn.
and then 20.
Oof.
I look forward to that, though. It's cool. It's cool. Thank
It's
God
like
for a
5 more
job.
years.
You got
That's
5 more
it?
years?
You too.
Oh, God. We've been there that long?
Damn.
Oh, so it's more than 12. We've been there for 15 years?
I'm going to be 15 in July.
Oh, my God.
Damn. What
I'll be
branch you
15 in
started off
March.
in?
Well, there it is.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
Oh.
What
Oh, wait,
area?
no. I made 15 in December.
You did. That's why I'm kind of looking at you
Yeah, I
like,
made
you got
15
the
in
gift.
December.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Yeah, she's not good
I'm
with
not going to blow
numbers.
her up,
She's
but
not-
she
she's
just
not
got
good
like
with
a
numbers.
clock and shit.
I'm thinking of my anniversary with the department we're in right now.
What you get for like
Three.
20? Like a watch or something?
I was going to address her off air like,
A
didn't you get a
clock.
watch? Didn't you get a clock?
Yeah.
Mm. Real fancy clock with gold accents.
Mm.
Yeah, God is good. We're good.
Anyway,
Lifers.
lifers.
So when she realized,
I wasn't singing. I'm sorry. I wasn't singing that tune before that promotion. I was like, I
Yeah.
gotta get the fuck up
Yeah.
out of here.
yeah,
I gotta get the fuck up out of
Yo,
there.
I'm telling you, more money changes things.
It does.
Word.
change.
It definitely does, yo.
I was singing my boss's praises. Like,
Mhm.
y'all are the best management team I've ever worked with,
Nah.
ever in life. I
I
love
didn't
you
go
guys.
that far, but
Nah, I ain't there yet. I
Yeah,
ain't there
man.
yet. I
Yo.
ain't there yet.
Nah, they did right by me.
Nah.
You sure did. Anyway, so back to balance. How do you maintain balance in your life was the second poll question. And a lot of people who shall remain anonymous.
Nah.
the anonymous crew.
Avoiding stress. How do you do that?
Good luck with that.
Word.
I feel like stress is inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
One person said failing miserably. I feel you. I have
I
those
think
times.
I said the same thing.
Did you?
I
Let's
think
see
I
what you
might
said.
have.
Yep, I'm failing miserably. LOL.
It's just these past 2 weeks.
Uh-huh.
It's all right. You're allowed to have a moment, you know? Setting goals and planning my day, week, with activities and housekeeping. I said being aware of my limits, making time for me, saying no, working through unresolved ish. Because y'all know I don't curse.
Mm-hmm. Punk.
Yeah, being aware of your limits.
You wrote ish.
I did.
So annoying.
I am. I'm mad I wrote this to myself. Yeah, you got to be aware of your limitations. Because some people overextend themselves and then they end up like unbalanced
Mm.
all messed up in the game. And saying no is a big thing too, because a lot of times, like, I'm like a people pleaser.
I know I am too. I say yes to everything and then I flake.
Whack.
I'm such a piece of shit. I'm such a piece of shit. I'm so bad at it.
So what you're saying is I can't believe you when you say you come and hang out. Right? Yeah, I'm coming. You ain't coming for shit.
Not always. I go to honestly, I go to most things. I go to most things.
You do. You definitely show up.
You know, but then there's certain times that I'm like, that shit is not gonna be a go. It's just not a go. It's just not a go.
I got allergies, bro.
I got no interest in this shit.
Yeah, I've gotten better at saying no and
sounded
not
like
caring.
an okay idea in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not now.
Now that I've thought about it some more.
Now that you're not looking at me.
I'll say yes and proudly say no later. Yeah, I have no problem. Yeah, I know I said I was coming, but things have changed and now I'm not coming. And I won't give you a reason either. I'm just not coming.
Why? What happened?
Because I can't come.
Why not?
I've had this argument with someone before.
Really?
You never come.
And now
I'm sorry, like I'm not always available. I have a child.
You should tell them. Then you should be used to it.
I'm in school. I work full time. I have a husband. What do you want me to do? But I shouldn't have to explain these things because I don't need an explanation. If you're not coming, cool. Thanks for letting me know.
That's it.
We good. Tequila. One person said that's how they keep balance.
I know that's time.
Feel you.
That's been my week.
Bird.
Yeah, that's why it's been such a bad week. We'll talk about it.
That's why we're keeping it light with this rosé today. Take time for myself daily. Ooh, that's so important. So important. Let me tell you, I have this like 1.5 hour before Babe and my daughter get home and after I get home from work where it's like just nothing. It's just quiet. Nothing. And it's glorious. It's like the only time I have to myself. And it's not because I don't want to be around my family. It's just like nice to be able to decompress because I'm that type of person.
Hour and a half?
My schoolwork usually. But when I'm out of school, like I'll just relax. Sometimes I'll take a nap. Sometimes I'll cook dinner. Sometimes I'll scroll through social media or watch like one of my shows, catch up on it. It's great. It's so great. I'll clean sometimes. Like, it's just wonderful.
I love how happy she is. It makes me so grateful. All I have is me time. I live in a world of me time.
But you know what? Anything can become like too much though. Yeah. Like if I had too much me time, I'd be like, I want company.
That's what I tell Jennifer. She's like, you know how you always want someone with you all the time? I said, that's because, bitch, I go home and I'm like alone, which is fine. I'm fine with it. But then when I'm not alone, I want to be around people. This is why, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jerk.
I get it. But happy birthday, though. Oh, man. And Babe, you're good at having me time. Every day he's down here.
I need sanity time.
Chilling for hours.
Kill somebody at work.
For real.
Yeah.
He's been so angry this week about work.
Yo. I never knew so many stupid people existed.
Oh my God, they're everywhere you go.
I think something's out with the moon or something. There's gravity pulling somewhere, and all the idiots are just popping out. Because it's like more this week.
There's an outbreak of idiots.
Yeah. The Chinos have that virus, Corona. We got this.
Hold on though, because how funny that there was a post that went around of this man talking about how it's interesting how they claim this is a brand new virus.
It's not new.
Okay, it's not new.
No. It's the problem is that it's not a new virus. It's a new strain. It's not a new virus. But coronavirus has been around before, but we kind of quote unquote eradicated it at one time.
With
vaccinations.
You know,
is that one of the vaccinations or whatever?
No.
Oh.
But with cleanliness methods and all that stuff, we got rid of it. But now it's another strain of it. But it's not a brand new. We never heard of this kind of thing before.
Yeah, I mean, there's always something that comes up.
It's just like the cold. There's a new virus every year.
Yeah, that's why people
but
keep
it's still
getting
the
sick.
cold.
Yeah. And the flu.
But you know what's funny though? A lot, they're making like a massive statement about this and all that because it's in such a big populace. But the flu actually killed more people than coronavirus this year so far.
Yo, the flu was no joke this year.
It's killed about 8,000 people.
That's crazy.
They've only
That's
lost
scary.
what, like 20, 30, no, 80 now for the coronavirus.
I wonder why they're making
Flu
more
took
of a big
me
deal.
out.
Yeah,
Flu is
it's
dangerous.
taking everybody
You
out.
don't think
That
of
shit
it, but
took me
flu
out.
is real dangerous.
Yeah,
Back in the days, that was an epidemic.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's scary.
crazy.
It's really
now
scary.
It's like, no, just take some time and relax for a few hours. You know?
For some people.
Yeah. That
For me,
puts me out for a day or two when I get it.
Yeah.
And I get it bad.
Yeah.
I just gotta lay in bed and not move.
Don't move the whole day. Yeah. Ugh. Wait. Someone said that they don't, and they'll figure it out soon. They don't have any self-care. Not self-care. Ways to keep themselves balanced. All right. Moving on to self-care. Do you practice self-care? 89% said yes. 11% said no. Good job, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Do you?
Normally, yes. I'm actually always pretty zen and centered and balanced.
Yeah.
And good.
Mm-hmm.
But
Pero.
When you let a fuckboy come and disrupt your balance, that's what happens.
oh, so you've been a hot mess, huh?
Not a hot, yeah, kind of, I guess, because yeah, I've been emo. So when I'm emo, I drink, unfortunately. So this week I've been drinking it heavy, which is not good.
What's your emo drink of choice?
Wine. I just drink a lot of wine.
Bum juice.
You know what's funny? Even though you say you're emo, your spirit still is not as bad. Like, not bad, but like as like low as it was during that time right before you found out about dude. Because remember that time where you were just like over it?
Oh.
Like right before you
yeah.
guys broke up, you were like in this like deep dark like cloud for a little while. But for some reason, this feels different. Like you don't.
Well, I know what the fuck it is. See that and I didn't know what it
confusion.
was, and I couldn't pinpoint it. And how do you help yourself if you don't know what it is?
Right
Now, I know what it is. I know it's a wrap. And so I have in and out moments that I feel kind of down, but then I'm fine. And then I'm a little down.
Yeah.
Like when I'm distracted, I'm fine. When I get home and it's quiet and I have head time, I'm like, let me shut this bitch up with a glass. And then I just keep,
she's still fucking talking.
and then I just keep drinking and I keep drinking and then I pass out and then I feel ill the next day, or I'll hang out with someone I shouldn't be. It's just a whole bunch of a mess. So I said, you know what? Tomorrow's back to my routine.
Tomorrow's the first.
I'm going to stop. Tomorrow's the first.
That's it.
And we're not going to use alcohol to shut the bitch up.
No.
So tomorrow I'm going to wake up. I'm going to my favorite step class.
Okay.
I'm going to get my coffee. I'm going to have my breakfast. I might even go get my hair done.
Oh.
Just have a little self-care. Maybe if I get up early enough, I'm going to meditate. My best self is when I'm able to get up and I can meditate and I can do some stretching and I get home from work and I can go to the gym, come home, have a healthy dinner, take a shower, read some chapters before bed, and I'm done and we call it a day.
That sounds lovely.
And that's what I normally do. Unless I'm sad and then I just drink until I pass the fuck out. And it's just not the move. So I've been very off this week. And then I've been stressed at work. Because I've been so focused on this website of work.
So you really
I just stopped working. And so now
but she's so
I
went to that she's all right though.
I was fine.
So
but I went to work today. I went to do my work today and I was like, fuck, I let this shit go. It's very alarming.
On vacation for a week?
Not really. I went to my second job for a week. It definitely wasn't a vacation. It was stressful.
Oh man.
Because that was the time that I have Cortnie next to me, and that's my IT. So I'm like, hey, can you come here real quick? I must have did that to her 20 times in a fucking day.
Oh man.
So.
But like I said, I'm proud of you though. You figured a lot of the majority of it out on your own.
Very hard shit.
So.
But self-care, yes. Meditation, I use incense. Incense for some reason calms me. I like frankincense and myrrh.
Yes, me too.
That's my favorite combination. So the funny thing is one day I was so agitated and stressed, and all I did was light that incense and sit down, and it just kind of melted off of me.
Yeah, they say it's good for anxiety and, you know,
It just melted right off of
sadness
me.
or whatever.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's it. So
I like to diffuse essential oils, but I ran out of frankincense. I'm upset. I haven't had it with myrrh. I got to get that.
I haven't seen the combination together in an oil.
Oh, really?
It might exist, but I haven't seen it in an oil. I bought the incense stick.
Oh, the stick.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I burned the sticks. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are good, too. I got to try that.
So.
Well, let's see what other people said. Leaving work at 1 p.m. or shooting pool during work or pinball during work.
Where the fuck
Comic
do you
book
work?
store at
Because
work.
I would love that type of job. I want to shoot pool during work.
Me too. Can you see what they should have done at our job? They have this random room with a couch and a TV in it that nobody ever sits in. They should have put a table, a pool table in there.
That's why they did it.
Yeah. Should put a pool table.
They know
in
better than that.
And then they'll get mad if they see you in there. What'd you put it here for?
First of all, pool tables ain't cheap, and that couch is cheap. So
true. They got that Wayfair special.
That shit ain't even Wayfair. That's
I
not
need.
even a Wayfair couch. That shit is like your neighborhood CC.
I think I saw the box
shit.
was Wayfair.
I don't even want to believe that they spend Wayfair money on that couch.
Wow.
I want that
The
to be your
cheapest one
neighborhood
possible.
discount store couch. That's how uncomfortable it is.
Really?
It's
They
a
got it from
rock.
Rain Dew.
It's just a
Yeah,
rock
it's
seat.
no cushion at all.
It's fucking
worse than
weird.
this one.
It's weird.
Yeah. Anything quiet. Absolutely, person who wrote this. I agree. I love quiet. Like I get very overwhelmed by a lot of noise. Like I hate it when that fan is on. He laughs at me all the time. Be like, can we turn it off? I can't hear anything. Like we'll be watching a movie or something. If he's smoking a cigar, he puts that fan on. I can't hear anything but the fan.
But that's because you focus on the fan. Because
no,
it's a 5.1 audio system up in here.
You don't understand. I'm that type of person that I
theater.
can't have a lot of sounds in the background. It distracts me. I can't hear. I don't know. There's people like that, all right?
You're that person that focuses on the clock ticking in the room.
God, I'm so over you. Spending time with Jesus, which is what Babe needs to do a little bit more of. And journaling. Journaling is great.
I love journaling. I fell all the way off. That's what I needed to be doing this week. That probably would have shut her up as opposed to the wine.
You could have wrote a novel, yeah?
I could have. I probably would have been feeling way better.
You
But it's
could write a
fine.
book.
Tomorrow's the 1st.
And you will. Speaking it into
Woe
existence.
is me. That's just going to be called Woe is me.
Disgruntled dater. That's what it is.
Disgruntled dater. Damn.
Yeah, it could be bestseller, yeah?
It will.
It's crazy.
I said listening to music, painting, drinking with Babe, playing with Inaya. Those are the things that are my self-care. And that hour and a half I get before y'all come home. Manny and Petty, meditation before bed. That does work really well too. Meditation. I did that the other night. Just makes you feel good. Like clears out the noise in your head, which I have a lot of. Melissa said working out, eating healthy, crafts, reading, journaling, etc. What crafts do you do? In your face.
My candles are my craft.
Oh yeah. How could I have forgotten?
I never forget the day that everything, like the breakup day. I made so many fucking candles and lotion that day.
It's like, let me melt
like 10
this wax.
boxes up there.
I had that. I had music on, and I had a glass of wine, and I was spinning around in my kitchen just doing shit.
Yeah. That's great.
Got a lot of shit done.
There's nothing better than creating. Creating is like what makes me whole.
Yeah.
You know, like that's why I feel balance in my life, because I'm constantly creating now. You know, this podcast, the website, everything, editing. I'm using all the skills that I've been like accumulating over the years, so I feel good. Feels good to create. What you doing over there? Oh. So yeah, what about you, babe? What do you do for self-care?
Yeah, come down here.
You always say that.
Come down here, light up my cigars.
What about
get
your
my
Gundams?
scotch. Yeah, do that. You know, if
His
I don't
what?
do it, models. It's like little model figures. Well, not
They
this.
look
They're
like
not so
Transformers, kind of.
small. Hey,
Oh,
they're
the
not
computer
Transformers.
things you make.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Those
cool.
things. Yeah, I build those because it takes
So like
a long
3D
time.
toy things.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look like toys, but they're very intricate little models
Mhm.
with little tiny pieces that he has to put together.
Yeah,
And it's like
that's
a
what's-
whole.
Because
whole
it
thing.
forces you to take your mind off whatever you're doing
Yeah,
and focus on that. Because
such
It's like
attention to detail.
3,000 pieces to this thing. So
Yeah,
if you don't pay attention, you're gonna lose them.
That's
Mhm.
cool.
He'll paint them afterwards and stuff.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
either that or I come down here and hang out. That's
Mhm.
it.
They have adult coloring books.
I love that.
Jeez, yeah.
I love
I have
coloring.
it.
You
I
have
haven't
one?
done it. Yeah, but I
Really?
haven't done it in so long. I
I've
think
been
I
wanting
sat
to get
down
one.
once to do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm bored. I'm fucking done with it.
You started it's like
It's like, why does this bitch's hair have so many lines? And I just stopped.
Yeah, I don't like the ones that have like too many things to color in it. Like I need it to be a little bit more juvenile. So
The
that I
sad
can
thing
color
is,
it for
color
no,
by number
I
and
like
shit.
kids' coloring books way better than the
too.
adult.
Me
Mm.
too.
I
Because they be
do.
putting like 5 million little squares to color. Who wants to color like that?
Yeah, not me.
I want like the big, thick
it's
locks that I can
supposed
color
to
with.
take your mind off.
I want like a
work.
Barbie coloring book
Yeah.
with the crayon box that has the sharpener.
They still have that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably like $20 now.
Nah.
Probably.
The way
Yeah, 'cause
prices have
they
gone
were.
up.
I feel like they were guap back in the day.
Mm.
I had to laugh.
That's if you
'cause,
like buy the 128 crayon box
I mean,
like the
you
massive
want
box,
every
yeah.
fucking
That was
color.
the one the rich kids had.
with cerulean
That's
in it.
what we wanted. I had the 64, I think.
I had the non-toxic dollar
64?
store
Ah,
joints. The cheap John
doesn't always
situation.
color.
Yo, but those shits was non-toxic. I'm not mad.
Them
I
shits don't-
definitely had the
The
toxic
wax,
Crayola.
the one that would like leave spaces
Yeah,
when you would draw with it,
nah.
because the
Nah,
wax.
that shit's only good for skellies, yo.
That's fucked up.
You melt them and put them in a cap and shoot them at each other.
Oh.
You never
Oh,
played
boy
That must
shit.
have been
That's
a-
a
yeah.
boy
Yeah. Boy
game.
thing.
Nobody knows
Uh-huh.
what you're talking about.
And maybe like a Brooklyn thing too, because like I
Yo,
grew up
you
in
gotta
Long
be
Island.
careful. You got Brooklyn viewing audience.
You saw all the you saw all the posts
What happened?
that said kids today want iPhones, and all I wanted was the 124 whatever the Crayola box with the
Yeah.
sharpener.
Yeah.
Like that was life. The
That's
crayon
true,
box
though.
with the sharpener.
It was.
It was a
was
cool plastic
life.
sharpener though, yo. It didn't even have
It was
a
in the
blade.
back of the box.
Yeah.
all in one joint.
Uh-huh.
Shit could always be ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he had all the colors.
It
All
had
the colors.
all the
Yeah,
colors.
That's true.
It was like
I-
4 different reds.
Yeah,
Yo.
That was
Yeah.
life.
I only had like Roy G. Biv in my crayon
Oh
box.
shit.
The non-toxic,
You learned how to mix them shits, right?
nasty ones, the real thick ones with the
Oh,
label,
man.
the no frills
Then you
label.
can't break them if you tried.
I
Now the
hated
points
those
used to
joints.
break easy. You have to color with the bottom and shit.
Yeah.
Flat. Yeah.
Tito.
Dude, I'm gonna have to go tomorrow and buy you a box of crayons.
Oh my god, I would be so hyped.
I'm gonna buy you
would.
real crayons.
Get her
babe.
a My Little Pony
Yeah.
coloring book
And
with
a
it.
yes,
And Crayola.
yo,
I'm
Inaya
gonna
would
go get a
steal it.
Barbie one.
Yeah.
Inaya would swipe that
She
joint for
would
me.
take it from me.
She'd be like, "No, this is my coloring book." Like, no, Daddy bought it for me.
Yo, my
we fight like
niece
that too.
makes me laugh. My niece played me. I was getting real into coloring with her, and she just went and took the crayon from my hand and put lines through my shit. I was like, yo, why?
so mean.
That was dirty.
They're
Yeah.
Nah,
so
yeah.
mean.
She was like, I'm not letting you live right now.
She was
with
like,
this.
"F that! You look too happy."
They always do
I
that.
was so focused, and she was like, nah. And I was like, oh, fuck. All right. This is it. I ain't color with you no more, yo.
Crushed your soul, right? Like I worked
And
so
you
hard
probably
on
like-
that.
You probably like shading it real nice.
Yo, I was
Taking
I
the
was
time.
doing
It's
the
a
outline. I was
masterpiece.
tracing
Oh,
the
you did
outlines.
that?
I was being that bitch. She was like, nah, you're
We
this,
gonna
fuck
add
this.
some flair.
This shit
She was
looks
like,
too
fuck
clean,
this.
yo.
Yeah. I was like, damn. I don't want to color with you anymore.
that
She
is
had a scar from the car accident. That was it.
Nobody
That shit was
talks about how toddlers are toxic.
Yo, but
That's a
it's,
toddler toxic trait.
but
Because
it's just straight up. They're like,
they
give
are.
no F's, these kids.
Yo, they don't let you live for shit,
Nah.
They
yo.
don't. Because we went to one of those plaster painting places, and she was sitting next to her cousin, And she's a little bit older, so she was painting Olaf. She had the pearlized paint on it. It was beautiful, white pearl. She finished it. As soon as she finished it, Inaya comes with like black.
Wax.
Just messes it up. She was crying. I felt so bad. Inaya was like, "What? What?" I was like, "Inaya, say sorry." She's like, "Sorry."
Little badass.
Little toxic toddlers.
Little badass.
I felt so bad.
She was like, "This shit looking a little plain. Let me give you some color."
There's too much white on that.
Oh shit.
And it was white too. It's like,
That's
come
why.
on, man.
It was looking too plain.
The lady had to come over and help her fix it. It was. She was.
But
so
it's a learning experience. It teaches you how.
Don't sit next to your young ass cousin who likes to fuck shit up. That's the last.
Don't sleep on her, yo.
If I went to some shit like that with these, I'll sit right across where I can snatch it first.
Yeah, she was trying to mess with my skull painting. I was like, get out of here. I worked hard on this.
That's just
Back up.
Yo, it took her like 3 hours to paint that skull. Yeah.
Everybody got up. They went and was dancing in the next room.
You
I'm
know?
sitting there like meticulously painting.
She was by herself. Not even the other kids that came with her anymore.
That's his.
And it came out crappy, but
Nah,
she
it came
put
out
sparkles on it. And
We're
it made
gonna
it
have
look
to have
nice.
an episode on shit kids do.
For real. For real. That's crazy.
It's funny.
Toxic toddlers.
And
Let's start a
we're gonna
hashtag.
call it toxic toddlers. That's gonna be the episode.
Oh my God.
They exist.
Yeah.
They're all here.
You know? It's just,
Hurting feelings
it's just
one adult at a time.
it's just unfiltered. It's not like you can do anything about it. You just got to take it.
Man. They be doing it to each other too.
Yeah.
You know, I got scratched in school the other day.
Yeah.
The teacher had to send me a message like, "Look, I don't want you to be surprised, but she got scratched
Mhm.
by her friend.
Yeah.
It be the ones. Them be the ones."
I want to know what she did to provoke that scratch.
Probably
Was
pushed
it
her aside.
provoked or not?
She was a
Yeah.
victim.
Was she a victim or did she terrorize and then get victim?
Yeah.
Because I could totally see that being the
That's
case. Because
true
she
too.
terrorizes me on a
Yeah.
nightly basis.
Mhm.
Should have seen my face when Melissa got here.
Mm.
I was
Cortnie was
defeated.
done. Yeah, Cortnie was done.
Child, she just does not respond to anything. It's
Mm.
crazy. Anyway, enough of the toxic toddlers. I like to take off of work a lot when I'm like really like trying to get that self-care in. Just take a day off, chill, you know, do absolutely nothing. I feel like when you get older, like doing absolutely nothing is like gold,
It is.
you know? Your mic's not on. Oh. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much all I had, guys.
Stop getting comfortable in your chair. Lean
You know
forward
what
like
I'm
you're supposed to.
The school chair's
He
hard,
over there
man.
talking like, yeah, and I mean, like, the mic is off. We're doing a podcast. Welcome.
This was the Get Your Life Together podcast.
Yes.
I got y'all for next week.
Mhm.
Yes. Well, you got it this week. Applause to Melissa for executing the sound well. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's a little late, but it's all right. We'll take it. She got the right one, so it's good.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all got me drinking.
Oh, so now
So
she's drinking
there's
now.
now a drink delay. Thank God it wasn't the Godfather drink because let me tell you, last week I
Yeah.
was hammered.
It was good though.
Yeah, we were twisted.
I was hammered.
Felt good, though.
Mhm.
It was a good drink.
Yes, it was.
You definitely going to have to make that for us
Yeah,
again.
no problem.
Yeah, we kept it low key. What are we drinking? Cote Roses? Cote
Yeah,
de Ro?
Cote de Rose.
De Rose? How do you
Rose
say
all day.
It is good. Our
I
bosses
like
got
this one.
for
This
us.
is the one I
Very
drank
light.
straight to the face, the whole bottle.
Take
To
it
the
in
face.
Took it to the face. It was one of those days. It's okay.
Yeah,
It's
all
okay.
right.
Mhm.
it's all
It's
right.
all right. I've forgiven myself for the drinking this week and for the eating habits of the week. I forgive myself.
There you go. Forgive yourself. Part of self-care.
Yeah, I forgive myself for hanging out with duds.
Mm-hmm.
But I was really good.
Good.
I just needed a body there,
Yeah.
you know. But I didn't let him touch me.
Just gave him a little hope.
I shut it the fuck down immediately.
Yeah.
But Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to tell yourself, it's okay.
It's okay. I forgive you, girl. Tomorrow's the 1st. We starting anew in February.
There you go. There you go.
Do it for Black History Month.
There it is. There it is.
Oh, man. This pod is self-care.
I should give a little Black History discount this month. We'll see.
Look at that.
All right. Well, guys, what are we doing?
Oh.
I'm like, what are we doing?
I didn't.
Affirmation time. Bing, bing. That was beautiful.
Thank you. So, like I said, I was gonna be bomb at this. You just sent me emphasis test.
Whatever.
I was so bomb at it.
Whatever.
Hater.
Hating on the
Haters.
low.
Okay. Affirmation for the week. Leave the fuck boys alone. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Affirmation for the week. I will make myself a priority.
Mm-hmm.
Self-care and self-love is most important in order for me to provide love to others.
Amen. Amen and amen.
Hey.
Let that sink into your soul. Oh, man. All right, guys. We've bared our souls once again for you. Hope you enjoyed it. Got something out of it.
Tough show.
And we hope you guys are taking care of yourselves. Oh, caretakers was the other thing I was going to mention. If you take care of somebody else.
Oh, my God. You need the most, like, the biggest break possible in life.
Yeah, because we get lost in taking care of someone, especially if it's someone who's sick or an elderly or in need in any way. Even just our kids. Yeah. Mothers, fathers, you guys are caretakers, you know. Give yourself that break that you need and don't beat yourself up for not getting it perfect, because none of us do. There's no manual for being a parent. There's no manual for being a caretaker. There's no manual for being a good human. We're all just trying to get through it. So just do your best and forgive yourself for whatever shortcomings. And take time out for yourself. Don't give too much of yourself out that you deplete yourself and then you can't help anybody. You're important and you deserve it. All right, that's my PSA for the week.
Beautifully said. Beautifully said.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'd applaud you, but I minimized it, and now I don't know where it is.
She's over here checking her website to see
Wait,
who
no, I needed to fix something that I realized, and I want to do it before I even forget. Yeah.
I got it.
So over you.
All right, y'all. Thanks for rocking with us. We appreciate y'all, and we hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week filled with self-care and balance. We'll see. We'll talk to you again next time.
Bye.
Bye. If you or someone you love is a victim of rape, sexual abuse, or assault, go to RAINN, RAINN.org for resources and additional information that can help you heal. Click live chat to talk with someone anonymously online. If you are enjoying the Common Woman podcast and would like to support, please like, subscribe, and give us a 5-star rating on iTunes. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you would like to contact the Common Woman podcast, you can email us at thecommonwomanpodcast@gmail.com or reach out to us on social media. On Instagram @The Common Woman Podcast and on Twitter @Common Woman Pod. Thank you for your support.